welcome back to the channel and welcome back to EustonWall. Just going to get straight into this one today. I've been working on this one session ago. I had a little go at this one. It's a V7 sit start, very crimpy, very powerful. Starts with one hand here, there's a foot there as well, a few feet here, and your other hand's around the side on this crimpy hold. Starting here, there's a little hold here, very crimpy holds all the way up here and here. And then there's a little foot chip there on the side, a slopey hold here, a big side pull there, and then just really small in-cut holds up to the top. So yeah, I've actually already warmed up today. I'm just going to jump straight into this one. Like I said, I tried it for one session, had a few goes at this at the end of a session a couple of days ago. Really cool route. I kind of wish I filmed it because there was quite a lot of progress that I made. It'd been quite good to share that, but I'll probably just talk through what progress I made. And I've still not figured out the top, so there's still some progress to be done, some other things to work out, but yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so just to talk through the progress that I made and kind of what I figured out so far. Obviously starting with left hand here, right hand here, with a heel on this, and then you can come up with the left hand first, and you're going to walk the feet through, and then get a heel where your hand is. Obviously you bump your hand up to this little hold. And then it's a case of matching this with the heel still on, coming up to this hold, and then not swinging too much, hold the swing very well to not cut feet. Foot onto this to come up to the side pull. And then where I was going wrong is I was keeping my left foot on here, and then my right foot on this to try and row. It's a very large move to that next hold, really far. And the issue is your right hand starts so low you can't generate from it very well. So what I did was I changed to my right foot on this, left foot flagging to the side, which allowed me to push more with the right foot. Because the issue is that this hold is pretty much dead in line with the side pull, so you can't generate much from the left. So moving to a right foot here allows you to use your hips more and get to the right side. And as far as I've got is basically to there. So that was one crux move. And the next sequence I've not figured out yet how to do the top. So I'm going to try from the bottom, see if I can figure out this first go, and then see how we get on as well. And then if I can't figure it out straight away, I'll try and figure out the end sequence as well and see how it goes. Okay, not a terrible first attempt. I just slipped the foot, which is a bit annoying, because if I had kept the foot before I matched, then I could release in a more controlled way, but I just cut the foot, couldn't hold on and slipped off. So yeah, after that it's a case of getting up to the side pull, changing the foot like I say and going out to the right. I've not figured the end bit out yet, so just gonna have a rest and try it from there, and then see if I can figure out the end sequence. So that's where I've got to. That's the furthest I've got. Not sure if bumping the right up to there is the right thing to do. I tried to do it to the lower hold. That felt worse because then both my hands are pulling to the right side. At least bumping higher, and then still having opposing forces. I'm not sure what to do. That's the first time I've tried to place my left foot there. Didn't work. Part of me almost thinks I need to do like a heel hand match on that side ball, but it's just so small. Might be a case of leaning a long way into that right hand, right foot up, and then changing the hands to a heel or a toe to then come across, but not sure. The only other option I can think of maybe is toe hooking the volume this side to stop the swing out. But yeah, really I need some kind of resistance it's the same as that left hand, so I can release it. And I just can't figure out where to get that from yet. Okay, so the only other thing that I can think of being an option is when I get the right hand bumped, rather than coming with my foot up to here, bring the left foot to this, get a high right foot on that, and then rock over onto the foot, get my hips and my weight all over onto that. Hopefully that'll take enough off of the right hand and make me much less reliant on the left to stay into the wall. So I'll be flagging a long way underneath with the left leg, right foot on this, a long way over, to hopefully then come into this position onto the hole underneath, and then I can readjust once I'm there to get another foot on down here, left foot probably, and then row up to the last hole. So that's the only thing I can think of at the minute as another option. So I'm just going to climb up some of the other holds and get established on the wall where I was last time, and then go from there. Oh, that hold is so slippy. Not sure if that's at the right angle for me to do that either. Oh, I'm so tired. I have to come back to this another day. Okay, so I actually just figured out the end. I was stupid enough to not film it, but hopefully I'll be able to replicate that now. It was what I thought eventually, which was from the wide right hand to go up to the smaller hole, so the third last hole, and pull in this direction. You can then really lead into that, into here, with the right foot on this, get your left foot up and sink into it. And when you sink into the hold enough, it allows you to release the left hand to come up with the left. From there you can adjust feet with the right and pull up to the last hole, but it's still very technical. It's very bunched. I think it's been set by quite a small setter, so it's quite difficult to get in those positions and stay close to the wall at the same time. But yeah, I'll see if I can replicate that now. There we go. Cool, so that's how it's done. Just need to put it all together. Okay, so the only move that I've not done yet is linking from that lower right hand to that Gaston. So that's what I need to do now. And once I get that, I've done all the moves, then I can just try it from the bottom to see if we can do the whole thing. So we'll see how we go. Okay, so just struggling with that link move. What I'm going to try this time instead is bumping the right to the higher hold to be a bit closer to the lower one, and then try and bump down to the lower one from there. I think it might be a little bit easier to get into that hold because going straight to it is more difficult from low as they're moving a further distance, and the other hold a bit higher is a bit easier to catch with the right hand. So probably try and go up to the higher one and then bump back down to the lower one, and if I can do that then I've linked everything from the root, so see how that goes. Wow, that's just so hard. Okay, I think that the way I tried it last time was the way to do it, but looking at the footage I didn't lean anywhere near enough to the right side. So when I'm going for the Gaston from this position, I'm trying to catch it like this with quite a straight arm. What I need to do is get a lot more weight to the right side to fall into it a lot more so I can lock off in this position. Easier said than done, but I think that's the way I'm going to be able to do this route. Probably going to take me quite a few goes to try this, probably get used to the movement, but I think I'm going to have to bump to the higher hold and then really get my body weight to the right to lean into the Gaston to catch it. I think that's the way to do it. We'll see. And that's with the left foot on this hole. Wow. Okay. I just thought in my mind when I watched the footage back, maybe it would make more sense with right foot on that. And it did. I kind of stuck that a lot better. I went a lot more statically. The only issue is I'm going to spend so much more time on the wall just to try and get in that position to hit. And doing that from a sit start at the bottom all the way up with some physical moves, when I get there, that's going to be super hard. But to be honest, I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to get to that right Gaston with the hand to then come over the left. But I could change feet to the right on this, change back to the left later on to then bring the foot down to bring the left hand up. So a lot of movement, a lot of tension, a lot of crimping hard for quite a long time on these holes in here. But that's the only way I've figured out how to get to that Gaston. So it's going to be left foot up, change to the right, flag out left, and then drop the hand down, and then bring the left foot back, and then bring the right foot back, and then get the Gaston. So very physical, but at least I figured that out as a way that works. Okay, now I've just figured that out. I need to just sharpen it up a bit because I'm going to be very fatigued by the time I get there, so I need to make sure it's as smooth as possible. So I'm just going to try for the moves from the big move out to the right hand, and then try and get from there to the top basically, and try and smoothen that up because I haven't done that move in quite a while because I've been practicing the rest of it, so that might be a bit low percentage at the minute. So I want to make sure that's more smooth when I get there, and also just want to smoothen out the bit that I just figured out as well. So give that a go now. Not too disappointed with that. It was actually quite a good effort. I just haven't quite sunk my body weight to the right enough into that Gaston. So when I changed the feet, I swung off this way. So I need to get a bit more weight to the right side and almost bend my knees a bit more to get a bit lower. so I can sink into that more effectively. Oh, completely, yeah. Not from the bottom, but from that part, yeah. Oh, it's so painful. I'm getting tired now as well. Not got the energy left, thank you. Yeah. Okay, that is that now all sent, all the moves done. Really happy with that one. That's the first time I've actually, once I figured out that that was the way to do it, it's the first time I've actually stuck it. I kept slipping off to the left beforehand, so yeah, really need to lean into that hold quite a lot. And make sure I get 3 fingers in it rather than 2. I've slipped to 2 a couple of times in that Gaston, and then I can release the foot and come across. But now I know that I can do the whole route. Just putting it all together and climbing quickly is going to be key in this, because I spend so long on these holds higher up, so I need to make sure I climb the bottom efficiently. So I'm going to try it from the bottom now, from going forwards. I need to slick in the bottom bit up as well, I reckon. But yeah, this is my first go trying it from the bottom now. I've done all the moves. And already, I think it's going to go on for another session, to be honest. I'm so fatigued doing this all those goes today. Just got nothing left, can barely pull on the wall. I think what I'm going to do is try and slicken up the bottom now. Now that I've got the top right. Whilst I'm tired, just try and slicken up the moves up to here. And then I have to come back another day, probably on the last day. So it's Friday today, Sunday this gets taken down. I don't think I can climb tomorrow, so I will come back on Sunday and hopefully send it all before it gets taken down. But yeah, I'm just going to try today to get the bottom bit a bit smoother, and then yeah, hopefully we can just put it all together next time. Okay, so today is the last day of me trying to project this send. So yeah, V7 gets taken down in, I think it's about 4 or 5 hours basically today. So we've got some time. I've done all the moves. And I've actually got some backup today. I've got a cameraman, which is really cool. So this is Alex. Do you want to do a little introduction for yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm Alex. I'm looking to sort of get a portfolio in different types of videography and just filmmaking in general. I met you at a gym, saw you were filming, and I was like, okay, that's an opportunity. So yeah, I'm just here to help film and get some shots of you, hopefully sending. Yeah.
Absolutely, there you go. So yeah, well, Alex said we met in the gym. He came and spoke to me, saw that I was filming. Want to bring him on, show off what you can do basically in terms of your camera work. So yeah, be sure to follow him on social medias. I'll put that in the description so you can go check it out.
Thank you.
But yeah, should be some awesome footage today with the close-ups on the camera, all filmed by Alex. So it's gonna be really cool. Okay, this is my last attempt with Alex still here filming, so I really kind of want to send it on this try, but we'll see how we get on. Hopefully I can stick that move, and then from there, if I have the finger strength and endurance basically left, I'll be able to do the rest. It's just a case of getting there, so we'll see how we get on. I just can't see that move today. Oh, thanks for coming down, mate. Appreciate it. That was cool.
You're gonna get this.
We'll see. We'll see. Cheers, man. Nice to see you, mate.
Nice to see you.
See you again soon. Yeah, another disappointing end. Tough one. I just didn't have it today, to be honest with you. I'm really proud of the progress I made though, on all the moves. I didn't think I was anywhere near close to sending any of them. And then over a few sessions, managed to figure out body positions, where to place my feet, my hands, that kind of stuff. So yeah, made a lot of progress, which is good. Definitely got better from trying it. Yeah, just today, last go, if I was a bit more fresh, maybe I'd have had a bit more success, but yeah, just couldn't get anywhere close to it today, to be honest. So tough one. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed watching the progress, and I hope you got some kind of value out of that. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Really appreciate it. It does help me out a lot. But most importantly, as always, make sure you grab life by the plums, and I will see you in the next one.